Well, we had a successful day today. Now we celebrated. We got ourselves well, I actually quit eating meat, so Sugar Ray, I should say, he celebrated with a T-bone steak, and I celebrated with a salad. And it sounds a little goofy, but it's true. Whatever. I don't like eating animals. That's my thing. If you can hunt it, kill it. Okay, I respect that. But to go pick it out of a grocery store, I don't know about that. I did it for over 60 years, but last meat I ate was some of the best bacon I ever had in my life. Now I have a pet pig. Well, a miniature pig. Just the same, we celebrated because we knocked off our 42nd bank today. I guess I shouldn't be bragging, but, well, we done it. And we went way up north for this one. A little place called Noise, and what was that town? Noise, Minnesota, yeah. Up there by the Great Red River of the North. At the North Dakota, Minnesota border, across the river, you're in one state or the other. You go north, you're in Canada, Manitoba, Winnipeg, about 80 miles away. Yeah. I picked up this mouth organ some years ago, and I like it. I like playing it. It keeps the loneliness away. So anyways, we got, in blackjack terms, the 42nd bank, it means 2 sets of 21, so we got ourselves 2 21s in blackjack, if you look at it like that, being as how it's the 42nd bank. Now, we had a little trouble. My eyes a bit swollen up down here. I'd first been to this area back when I was 17 years old. I had met a woman in the Rockies in Canada, and she was hitchhiking, and I was with some people, and we picked her up, and later I met she and her brother, and then they took me back towards the east. I was running out of money. I was going to drop down to Minneapolis to see my relatives. Well, I did do that, but I was running out of money. I only had a bus ticket to, I guess it was Winnipeg, and from there I had to hitch down to Minneapolis. But when I got to the border, I forgot, and I'd met another American up there, and I had a weed pipe, and I meant to get rid of all my weed before I crossed the border, so I figured I'd get some more from my cousins the next day, and I just hadn't gotten rid of all of it, so it's sad to say, But anyway, I think they had more trouble with me than I did with them. Actually, it was one lonely border guard. But I was young, and I didn't like it. He wanted me to strip search. I didn't like that stuff. Some pervert asking me to strip search like that. No. But, mandatory, so I did it for the son of a bitch. And he comes back, and he comes with a little bit of, so you still got these sticks and stems in this pipe. You know that? I said, oh, I didn't know. He said, well, you got to sign some piece of paper. And so I signed the damn piece of paper. I expected I was going to get put in some county jail. But luckily, it didn't happen. He just said, okay, now, and then you can go back on the road. And I tried. I did try. I left that border station, small little thing. I tried to go back on the road, but no one would pick me up, is what happened. No one. I knew like they... And then finally, the bus in Minneapolis pulls through. He goes, you can get on that bus now. I said, I can't. I don't have any money. That's why I was hitchhiking through here. I got a hitch. Well, then get that out there on that road. So instead of being afraid he was going to put me in county jail for the night, which may have been better off, I don't know. Instead, he's worried about me being stuck at his border station. So, Anyways, you know, about that time is when I got one of these mouth organs. And like I said, kind of helped keep the loneliness away. So, continue my story. I tried and I tried, Lord have mercy. And then I met a guy, and he started thinking how nice it'd be to get a beer. And he said, well, we can get some across the river and over in North Dakota. I said, really? Okay, let's go over there. And then the sun's going down, I forgot about hitchhiking to Minneapolis. I just wanted to go get some beer in North Dakota. And so I did. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw the little village and a few stores, and there was a bank there. And I never forgot about the bank. I don't know, it just stuck in my eye. Maybe some geographical or some architectural design on it or something. I don't know, caught my eye. But I never forgot about that little bank. And I started to talk to Sugar about it. Well, before I go that far, I could get my story. Yeah, we tried to find some beer, but we didn't have no luck finding no beer. So, anyway, guy went his way, I went mine. They changed border guards. There was a girl there, a nice girl, young woman, and I don't know if she felt sorry for me or whatever, but I had to camp out there along the border. I just did. I didn't know what was going to happen the next day. I was going to try again in the morning. So I did. I camped out. And the next morning, she goes, well, why don't you come with me? And I said, where? She goes, I'll just take her to the interstate. I thought, okay, maybe if I get off this blown little two-lane, I might be able to go over to the interstate and catch me a ride that way down to Minneapolis. And, well, not really Minneapolis, but outside of there. But just the same, she dropped me off on the interstate, then she made her turn to where she lived. And as I was getting my backpack together and things, the guy starts walking towards me. I'm thinking, oh, Lord have mercy, what's this all about? He's walking real cool, like he goes, you just don't have the right technique. I said, what? He goes, watch this. Sticks his thumb out, be damned if the next rig that comes by, a van it was, a lady and her husband, stop, pick us up. He was right. I didn't have the right technique. Anyway, they drop him off somewhere, and then they take me square on in to the little town, I think it's Wayzata, Minnesota, where I can call my relatives. And I thought that was pretty cool. One-shot deal, all the way from the border to Minneapolis. Kind of took a while, like extra 18 hours, but adventure's an adventure, and I never could forget that bank. So I was telling Sugar Ray about this bank just the other day. We were way south, down in Cajun country. So we talked about how pretty it was up there in the summertime, and it was pretty. It was real pretty place up there, just real nice. And he wants to go up there. He says, let's do that. Well, that's a ways away. We'll take the heat off us. Sugar Ray's smart dude. So I followed Sugar Ray's advice. We followed his advice. We got in Plymouth and we drove on up there. But then I had this trouble. He wanted me to be the driver this time. So he went in there alone. It was a small little bank, hardly room for two of us. And he got what we could get. He comes out there real nonchalant, lights a cigarette, that kind of thing. Excuse me, I got something in my eye. I heard it because I was surprised actually to see him, so I smashed my head against the steering wheel. My eye, that's why it's all swollen like this. But one eye or two eyes, I managed to drive away. And there we have it, our 42nd bank. We got out way clear. That didn't hear no sirens. There was a little bit of a bell. We heard a bell, and but we didn't really start to hear that bell until we were about a couple hundred feet away. Then we heard a little sound, and there was a little bit of a ruckus. You could tell a couple people. I looked out the back of my mirror, and a few people were rushing towards the bank and everything. But Sugar Ray made it clean, no problems as always. He's just really cool. He's a cool cat. I like driving better than the days of the stick-ups for me, they're over. I don't much like destroying people's confidence with a gun. But, you know, the note works pretty well. Anyways, our 42nd bank, so he got himself a nice T-bone steak, baked potato, sour cream, the doings. Fresh apple pie, ice cream. We found a little cafe about 50 miles away. I got myself as I said, a nice salad, but also, more than that, I got me some vegetarian chili. They just happen to have it of all places. Imagine that. Anyway, well, Sugar Ray stuck himself on food and ice cream and apple pie, and I did about the same. And then we had some beer, and well, although that's another thing I can't do. He had some beer. And after hepatitis got me, I couldn't take chances on drinking no more. But like I said, around the time that happened many years ago at Great Red River of the North, about the time I began to pick up on these mouth organs. So I like to end my night before I fall asleep. Some kind of little thing on the mouth organ. Some people call it the French harp, some people call it the harmonica, some people call it the blues harp, some people call it all kinds of names for this thing. They got different keys. This is a D, that's an A here. They got different tones. So like, that's the other end of the harmonica. I shouldn't be doing it like that. More like. Well, we got ourselves a little cabin out here. A fishing lake behind us. A couple tourists down the road. But it's quiet, nice, peaceful. I like the Dakotas in the summertime. I like them a lot. I'm just not really in the mood for that. It's too pretty of a summer evening. I wonder what my other tone sounds like. This is a D tone. I was playing in an A. The first part I was playing in an E with an A harmonica. They call it cross harp right here. And then, but I was making it sound like second position. That's what they also call it. But then the last part I was playing in first position, the same key as the harmonica itself. So this here, I got a D. I wonder now. Sugar Ray hears it. He says he likes this tone a lot. not coming together very well today, but I'll keep trying. Well, see that when it gets all clogged up like that, you're really gonna knock the hum to get that spit out. So. Oh, there it goes again. But I got in a few good licks, I think. I just don't understand what. I guess it pays to not lose teeth up in the mouth. You know, it's got no 3/4 pencil missing a few teeth. And that kind of messes things up, you know. But I learned this from an old black man in Mississippi. Well, I've got so much trouble, I don't know what to do. I've got so much trouble, I don't know what to do. And I wish all these blues would just disappear someday. And I would like to take you to dance, my darling. But I ain't got a nickel or a dime to spare. But someday, baby, I will make it up. I wanna take you out, get you a buttercup. Still keeps messing up, but anyway, so I learned that from that man down in Mississippi, and then I learned a little bit about the upper reed stuff in the harmonica, this kind of thing. Well, I ain't superstitious, but a black cat just crossed my path. Must be the owners of the place. So I got in a joint. Okay. was like on the top. Now I kind of like that upper stuff. That was a man back in South Carolina that taught me that. Why? Those cloud notes sure make it. There's not much fun messing around with these things when these notes get clogged up. Pretty soon, Sugar Ray, I gotta take him down to the depot. He's gonna take the train and back down to New Orleans for a little while. Burnside is off 42nd Bank. We're gonna lay low another couple weeks and then pick at it again. We have a goal. Because 5 times 21 is 105. That's 105 points in blackjack. And then 2 more times than that is 42 more points. And that equals out to 147 points in blackjack if you get 7 hands with 21 points in each hand. So that means that is going to be our quitting date. Then, after we got 147 banks knocked off, well, I don't know what we're going to do with our lives after that. I mean, Sugar Ray's young. He might get married, he might have a tribe, children. Who knows? A whole collection of youngsters. Now, myself, I'm being on the old side. I might just go down to the Caribbean for a while. Find me an island and just kind of learn how to play calypso music. Now, I don't know how to play any kind of calypso music. Probably won't do anything like that. Or maybe reggae or reggae. They call it reggae. Anyways, maybe, or maybe I'll just go down there and just kick back in the sun and be sweet all day long because I won't have no bank robbing to do, you know? Then in between times, I won't either, come to think of it. So I'll probably get me a long fishing pole. Find out where there's got a nice catfish pond. And I like to catch some catfish. And they taste mighty good with peanut sauce, let me tell you. I'm gonna find me a pond with catfish. I'm gonna find me a pond with some catfish. I'm gonna catfish, fishing. Gonna catch me some catfish. Gonna catch me some catfishing. Gonna do my catfishing all day long. Well, I love the heat upon my face. When I string out my bait and throw it into the lake. And I tell you when the jerk comes on your lure, and you feel that kind of electric feeling, it feels like you're gonna skewer your dinner for tonight. Well, it makes a person feel like such a delight. He's gonna have himself some catfish. It's gonna be so fine tonight. Ain't nothing like catfish, French fries, and beer. Well, this is crazy talk. We just robbed last few months 42 banks. It's not the 1940s. It's the 2000s. I'm living in an altered reality. I don't know who I am anymore. I picked up this guy hitchhiking 4 months ago. And we were talking about, I said, you know, I play a little harmonica, and I worked once with a bank robber. He just got out of prison. He got out of federal prison, where they make you do all the time. He did 8 years for bank robbery. He didn't get 8 years and get out in 3. He did 8 years. And he was a lot meaner guy than me. But I said, yeah, I got back to town about the same time he got back to town, over on the coast. But he'd come from a different place than me. I was living somewhere else, a lot more free. He was in prison. But anyway, I picked up this dude, name is Ray. And I'm Johnny Moon, know that much. But I don't know who I am other than that, except for the fact that I've been on a spree with this guy. And the thing is, they think it's somebody else that's doing all this. They have no idea it's us. And that's what's been so amazing. We thought, well, he and I, we stopped someplace and gambled, play blackjack. And he was in the blues. We watched the blues band for a while, and I liked blues. I played for a little. Anyway, I love blues. And so I started to bring up my friend, you know. I won't say his name. I'll just call him, Frederick the Great. Now I would know Frederick the Great. His name was James Sampson. And James Sampson was not really, but his name will be James Sampson. And he was a tough dude. And he could rob banks and get away with it just fine. But, you know, we had the problem. We had that problem, this guy, James and I. And also the problem that began with Sugar Ray and I. That problem, the brown monster, that narcotic problem. And it came back to haunt us. And James told me he didn't know it, never did a crime unless he was behind dope. And so that's what's happening with Sugar Ray and I. We just got behind the stuff again. You know, we're not going to go busting in somebody's home. We're not going to go do a home invasion. We're not going to kill somebody for $30 worth of dope, you know. There's not many alternatives. So we just knocked off our 42nd bank. Little town. But it is not was not up there by the Little Red River of the North. Went through that town. But I was camping with a couple of people. My family was worried about me. They were worried about me with drug problems when I was young. They sent me out west. There was a girl, and then there was a counselor. And there was a girl we met on the road, and she picked me up, and her brother. And there was the American with the weed. And all that stuff's true. But it was not the 1940s. And sometimes I get caught. But sometimes I feel caught between, I don't know, sometimes centuries. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of a Civil War battlefield in Virginia. But if I stand up from where I really am, I'll see it's just become a strip mall. That there are no cannon placements, or there are nothing to hide behind, unless you call it, the other side of a Texaco gas station. I mean, they've taken what we love and they've turned it into fried chicken or something. They've taken our memories from the past and turned them into strip malls without any regards for the people that fought and died for that spot because they believed in Virginia as a sovereign state, not to be invaded by the North, or because the North believed in one country, a union, a federal union of all the states, instead of separate states equally to the Confederate States of America with their own right to decide what they wanted to be and who they were. But people died where now there's nothing but a strip mall and ugly. But then I'll wake up and I'll think, okay, it's just progress. But then somehow, the most real thing of all happened when I met Sugar Ray. I know that when I get dope, get this narcotic stuff, I know I gotta do it. And we've got our sources. And I know that's a regular scheduled thing, 3 or 4 times a day. I know that when we're low on money, we search the maps, we do our research, we find the banks that might be good or bad, indifferent. We find out a little bit about them, and then wham, bam, thank you, man. We got our dough and we're gone. We don't bother anybody, really. And there is a black cat here. But she's my cat. And no one, my own family, in fact, if I had family, they wouldn't know I had a cat. Because I really don't have a cat. It's my neighbor's cat. And who is my neighbor? My neighbor is whoever we happen to be by. Wherever we happen to be. But I will say, besides Sugar Ray, my partner now, in this disease that we have, or whatever you want to call it, I suppose I really feel most loved. Now, you can say heroin. Yeah, love heroin. Love cocaine, heroin. Boy, nothing sweeter than that. Well, the only thing that makes me feel a little better than that is makes me feel real good playing that stuff. Or note, I'm gonna get you. This got too many minutes of notes, but this one. I mean, I really like that. Well, so many problems with these things, but excuses. It's all my problem. I'm the one that's not doing it right. It's not my. It's me not playing right. If I've got some problem and I'm robbing banks, I can't blame it on the bank that's robbing me. I've got to blame it on me robbing the banks. If I've got a smack problem, heroin problem, whatever you want to call it, it wouldn't be just the heroin that's got the problem. Those poppies look mighty pretty out there in the fields. It's me that's got the problem because I've done too much with the stuff. And I've got myself in a position where I'm in an uncomfortable position because if I don't have that stuff, it starts to ache and feel crummy and that kind of thing. And I need some fast dough. And if I work a normal job out there, it gets mighty lonely really fast because I can't hang on to them. So where else is the cash? Well, gambling's one way to do it. I wish I could do that, but I'm never been good at that. However, the fastest way, the fastest cash in someone like me's position is you got it, the bank. And when I was in the Sugar Ray, I felt like, this is a dude I can work with for a while. Maybe he'll go and finish all up. We'll have enough money where that part's for real. Or maybe I can actually retire somewhere. I'd love to find one. Even at my age. Find a sweet girl. Well, she doesn't have to be even that young. She'll be my age. 60s, 50s, whatever, 40s. I don't care, 80s, 99 and a half. It doesn't matter. Find me some little spot with a few acres of land, a couple animals. Somewhere where there's peace, and somewhere where I know who I am. Because I'm completely confused. Today's Sugar Ray, I knocked off our 42nd bank. I just don't know who I am.